Technique 7, Awakening the Flame of Amoraea. Azurite Crystal and Density 2 Soul Body Amoraea Flame Activation. The purpose of Technique 7 is to activate the Density 2 Silver Sanctum and Amoraea Flame for formation of the Transharmonic Amoraea Flame Akasha Vehicle. Activation of the Amoraea Flame opens the Manu window surrounding the Density 1 and Density 2 Hoover bodies, which will begin activation of the Density 1 and Density 2 Mano windows in the nucleus of every atom in the body and soul body. Preparation for Technique 7. The Akasha Maharic Quick Seal Technique 1 to activate D12 Maharic current and strengthen the bioenergetic field integrity. The Silver Sanctum sequence of Astral Awake Aware and Able Technique 2 and the Eros Flame and the Silver Sanctum Technique 3 must be done previously at least one time to engage the Silver Sanctum Eros Flame activation, at least one time in this lifetime. The activated Density 1 Eros frequencies are required to anchor the Amoraea Gateway and Azurite Crystal frequencies into the Density 1 Radial and Hoover bodies. It is recommended, but not mandatory, that commanding silence from the Inner Throne of Power, Technique 4, should be done at least one time prior to Technique 7 to strengthen the Density 1 physical body's ability to hold and run the Azurite Crystal frequencies. And use of a physical Azurite Crystal during this technique will strengthen the frequencies generated. Technique 7, Awakening the Flame of Amoraea. Sit comfortably with eyes closed and slow your breathing rate to about 1/2 of its normal speed. Whilst you're doing this, imagine the place within the center of your brain where the small, dimly lit circular room with a descending spiraling staircase resides. With your mental attention in the small, dimly lit circular room in the brain center, begin to feel the sensation of being there, within the circular room, until your inner eyes adjust to the dim light. Feel the sensations around your physical body as if you were in a small, circular area. Observe, what temperature is the air as it touches your skin? Cool, warm, hot, cold, comfortable? Observe, is there any sound in this space? And if so, what kind of sound? Observe, can you see anything in this dimly lit space? Objects, color, light? Now imagine yourself standing within the inner circular room at the brain center, and then visualize or intend that your imaginary body standing in the circular room turns to the right from the position in which it was standing. After turning to the right, imagine now that a spiral staircase appears before you. This staircase ascends upwards and has 36 steps. Imagine that the circular room is physically real and that your physical body is standing within it. With your eyes closed, sense with your physical and mental bodies the entrance to the ascending spiral staircase. If the spiral staircase were to magically open up now, emerging from your physical body and into the room, it would always appear directly to the right of your physical body. Sense the area to the right of your physical body from which the staircase would emerge. This area represents the natural density 2 departure point for all beings carrying the human or indigo divine blueprint template. If at first you are unable to sense the density 2 departure point, simply imagine that it is there, opening and ascending upward to the right side of your physical body. Once you have located or imagined the density 2 departure point, move the focus of your mental attention to this area of your body, and imagine that your awareness is now poised at the bottom stair of the ascending spiral staircase. The staircase extends upward from your density 2 departure point into an area that resembles a golden tunnel. Now sense the location of the staircase handrail and imagine yourself reaching out to grasp it with the right hand. With your physical palms resting in your lap, sense the feeling of the handrail within the palm of your physical right hand, and physically grasp the invisible handrail with your right hand whilst it rests loosely in your lap, modeling the grasping gesture. The handrail is your guide as you prepare to ascend the spiral staircase to the awakening room above. So using the imagined sensation of the handrail in your right palm as your guide, imagine now that your mental awareness begins to slowly walk up the dimly lit stairway. Count each of the steps you take as you slowly ascend. Everyone will have at least 36 steps. The 36th step is the top step that leads directly into the density 2 D6.5 indigo violet awakening room, which is the Eka Godseed center point, the azurite crystal, and inner temple of Kemelohati. Now imagine that you are standing on the 36th top step and release the handrail while allowing your hand to relax in your lap. You may still experience very little visual sensory data as you enter the indigo violet awakening room. But imagine that you are stepping from the 36th step to the aquamarine and amethyst tile floor of the awakening room, while imagining the awakening room as a circular aquamarine and amethyst tiled cave that is brightly lit with undulating rays of gold, indigo, and violet light. In the center of the awakening room, there is an ancient yellow gold chalice, often called the Holy Grail, that rises up from the floor to a height of about 4 feet. Imagine that you are slowly walking forward with one hand extended to feel your way along through the blinding light rays, as if moving through the light field of a sun. Continue to sense that you are walking forward in the awakening room until your extended hand touches the raised golden chalice in front of you. When you reach the golden chalice, imagine that you are reaching forward to retrieve something that sits inside the upper bowl of the golden chalice. Imagine now that you are reaching down into the upper bowl of the golden chalice, searching with your fingers to locate the small object awaiting your retrieval. The object is a very deep azure blue azurite crystal, spherical in form, about the size of a large marble, with a sparkling, rough textured surface covered in minute azurite crystal cluster points. Imagine picking up the azurite crystal in your right hand, while modeling this hand gesture with your physical right hand as it rests in your lap. Sense the size, weight, texture, and temperature of the azurite crystal with your physical hand, as if the invisible object were actually there. Now inhale pale silver Maharic current up from Earth's core into your body through your central vertical current to the Amoraea point in chakra 8 at the base of the thymus. Exhale the Maharic current from the Amoraea down your right arm, into your palm and into the azurite crystal. Take 3 more inhale-exhale Maharic breaths, each time energizing and activating the azurite crystal in your palm. At the end of the last exhale, imagine that the azurite crystal is now glowing and pulsating with an aura of pale silver gold light. You may see this pale silver gold aura around the azurite crystal in your inner vision, and may sense the weight of the crystal in your palm growing slightly less heavy. You also may sense nothing, but even so, the azurite crystal is now activated. With eyes closed, move your physical right hand, imagining the activated azurite crystal within it, to the Amoraea point. Cup your hand over the Amoraea point as if the invisible crystal was positioned between your palm and your body. Inhale a Maharic breath up to the Amoraea and exhale the breath down your right arm into your palm and through the azurite crystal. As the breath carries the Maharic frequency into your body, there is a sensation of mild buzzing in the Amoraea area, as the data key stored in the azurite crystal moves into the corresponding lock 6 on the density 2 etheric soul body door. If you do not feel the buzzing sensation, send up to 3 more inhale-exhale Maharic breaths through the azurite crystal to amplify the Maharic charge that will release the data key. Take 3 more breaths now. After 3 Maharic breaths, sufficient frequency will be generated, even if you do not yet feel the buzzing sensation. So as the data key releases, imagine now that your body absorbs the entire azurite crystal, removing it from your palm and transferring the crystal into the etheric lock 6 at the Amoraea. Let your right hand rest gently in your lap while shifting your mental focus to the physical Amoraea, where the crystal has entered. Imagine now that you can sense the weight and gentle buzzing of the azurite crystal within your physical body in the Amoraea. The crystal now rotates slowly and pulses in a gentle rhythm, on every pulsation releasing a pale silver gold azure blue azurite wave field of frequency rays that contain the natural activation code mathematical program for your personal density 2 etheric soul body. Try to become aware of each gentle pulse of the subtle azurite wave field, or A-wave, as it emanates from the Amoraea at the thymus and spreads outward in all directions through every atom in your body, giving your D2 etheric soul body field its ancient wake-up call. Relax and breathe slowly for a few moments to get in touch with the presence of the pulsating azurite waves. The A-waves are there even if you cannot yet sense their presence, and your D4 astral atomic etheric body does sense them and will respond accordingly. Next, inhale Maharic current up to the Amoraea, then exhale the current within the Amoraea to form a tiny pale silver Maharic spark within the Amoraea itself. Take 2 more inhale-exhale Maharic breaths, using each subsequent exhale to expand the Maharic spark within the Amoraea to the size of a chicken's egg, while observing the sensation of the Maharic egg expanding in your Amoraea. Take a final Maharic breath, this time inhaling Maharic current directly into the Maharic egg and using a forceful exhale breath to burst the Maharic egg while pushing the released rays of Maharic current throughout your entire body and outward into your auric field. Focus your attention on the Amoraea, where the azurite crystal entered the body. Slowly, inhale Maharic current upward from Earth's core to the Amoraea using a deep, steady, fluid inhale breath to initiate the activation breath. Inhaling Maharic current into the Amoraea, then holding this breath for a moment while focusing mental attention on the azurite crystal in the Amoraea. Exhale slowly, using the exhale breath to push more Maharic current into the azurite crystal. Return to a regular non-controlled breathing rhythm, relax and breathe gently for a few moments, waiting for a very subtle pop sensation or sense of expansion or warmth to occur within the Amoraea as the Amoraea lock seal releases, freeing the density 2 D4 atomic etheric body for merger with the activated density 1 silver sanctum eros flame. The Amoraea passage, extending between the density 1 and density 2 body Amoraea points, is now opened and the azurite crystal is activated. As the Amoraea lock seal releases, you may or may not experience a momentary sense of heat waves rising from the neck through the head, or even cranial pressure inside or surrounding the skull, as the D6 mental body capsule opens and expands into the density 2 etheric soul body blueprint. The etheric soul body exists as a D4 E-ray plus Man-A primal current energy field within and surrounding every atom, which extends like a form-fitting pale blue, violet and gold energy spacesuit around the entire physical body. Relax and breathe gently with your eyes closed and imagine the etheric soul body spacesuit or Density 2 body replica. Imagine that you can see its pale blue, violet and gold form sitting within your physical body in exactly the same position as your physical body is now. Once the Amoraea passage has been opened through release of the azurite crystal of dimensional lock 6, the D6 mental body field opens into the Density 2 radial body Eros field, causing the polarized D5-D7 Eros to depolarize to a D12 Manu Rayon field. The Density 2 body is thus prepared to receive the frequencies of the fully activated azurite crystal and the Density 2 Amoraea flame Akasha body, or transharmonic Amoraea flame body. Relax and breathe slowly while focusing the mental body attention on the Amoraea point in the physical body. Imagine your consciousness as a spark of pale silver Maharic light placed within the azurite crystal at the central pale silver Amoraea egg throne of power within the azurite flame inside of the azurite crystal sphere. Now, with your attention focused in the Amoraea egg at the Amoraea, give the mental command, shift now to the Density 2 etheric soul body vehicle, while imagining your etheric soul body moving out to the right of your Density 1 physical body, with the silver spark of your consciousness placed within the brain center pineal gland of the Density 2 etheric soul body. From the etheric soul body, the transharmonic Amoraea central Manu eternal flame and 6-dimensional silver sanctum within and surrounding the Density 1 and Density 2 bodies can be activated. Using the vertical breathing rhythm of running the Maharic current within your physical body, you will move the silver spark within the Density 2 etheric soul body. Inhale Maharic current up from Earth core and into the Amoraea. In one breathing motion, exhale the Maharic current into the azurite crystal at the Amoraea, using the exhale breath to direct the azurite crystal horizontally to the right, while imagining that the azurite crystal moves with the breath into the Amoraea cord and into the Density 2 etheric soul body. Imagine that the deep azure blue azurite crystal is now nestling comfortably within the Amoraea point of the etheric soul body. Bring your attention to the pale silver spark at the pineal gland of the etheric soul body. Inhale in the physical body, then exhale forcefully, while imagining that the silver spark rides the breath current, moving rapidly down from the etheric pineal into the azurite crystal at the etheric soul body Amoraea. When the silver spark intersects with the azurite crystal, a momentary Density 2 etheric flaring occurs, as the azurite crystal bursts into a small, deep azure blue Manu flame about 2 3/4 inches high, within the etheric body Amoraea. Inhale, then exhale, and imagine that the deep azure blue Manu Amoraea flame spreads throughout every atom of the Density 1 and Density 2 etheric bodies, turning the pale blue, violet and gold Density 2 etheric soul body into a brilliant, glowing, shimmering, pale silver blue transharmonic etheric Akasha body as the Density 1 and Density 2 silver sanctums unite. Focus your attention on the small Amoraea Manu flame at the etheric soul body Amoraea. Inhale, using the inhale breath to draw the Amoraea flame through the Amoraea cord and into the physical body Amoraea point. Exhale forcefully, using the exhale breath to push the Amoraea flame down to the 13th chakra at Earth's core. When the Amoraea flame enters the chakra seals of chakra 13, the Amoraea flame momentarily flares, filling every atom in the physical and soul body with deep azure blue Amoraea divine blueprint frequency. Spend a moment to sense the release of the Amoraea wave within the physical body as a gentle expansion of internal heat emerging from the Amoraea that moves simultaneously in all directions throughout the physical body. With your attention focused on the Amoraea flame at chakra 13, prepare to inhale deeply and simultaneously from two directions in the two-point breathing of Amoraea activation. So inhale simultaneously, breathing density 2 indigo frequency down from the 14th chakra above the head, while breathing pale silver Maharic current and the Amoraea flame upward from Earth core, bringing the two currents of energy into union within the Amoraea point. Exhale the two-point breath within the Amoraea. Then complete 3 additional two-point inhale-exhale breaths to activate the Amoraea flame within the Amoraea. Take a final two-point inhale while focusing your attention on the inside of the Amoraea flame at the Amoraea. Then exhale forcefully, using the exhale breath to rapidly expand the Amoraea flame from within the Amoraea outward through the body until the Amoraea flame is fully expanded around the entire body and outward several feet into your auric field, forming the pale silver blue 6-dimensional transharmonic akasha inner silver sanctum body capsule. Direct your attention back to the etheric soul body positioned to the right of your physical body. Inhale, drawing the etheric soul body horizontally back into the physical body. When the two bodies rapidly and fully align, the activated Amoraea flame transharmonic akasha capsule will momentarily flare as the Amoraea flame phase locks within both the density 1 and density 2 etheric and physical bodies. The transharmonic akasha seal Amoraea flame and the azurite crystal are now fully activated.